Imagine this. It's 1 a.m. You're browsing YouTube on a school night. Somehow you end up on the strange side of the site. The side of YouTube where the videos get weirder, the content gets darker. This is the obscure side of YouTube, where thumbnails are questionable, where curiosity conquers your better judgment. You see, this site is like an abyss. Deep down, you'll find the most cryptic of content, but you'll never see what lies below unless you're willing to dive much deeper. Today, we're going to be exploring the YouTube Iceberg. The deeper we go, the darker it gets. I have a lot to cover today, so let's get started. Before we get started, leave a like and comment your favorite internet mystery or creepypasta. Let's get started. Chris Chan. Some of you may have heard of him, some of you probably haven't. Born as Christopher Weston Chandler, this person is considered to be one of the most documented, if not the most documented people on the internet. I'm not kidding when I say that there are entire multi-part documentaries just on this individual alone. The most famous coming from YouTuber Gino Samuel 2.1. Specializing in what I like to call Chrisography, as of today, Gino Samuel has uploaded 52 30 to 47 minute videos on Chris Chan alone. All of his episodes are in chronological order and follow the events of Chris Chan's life from his childhood all the way up to the present day. I skimmed through some of these videos, and I was reminded of Jim Carrey's character from The Truman Show, another example of someone's life being documented from birth all the way to the present day. This is the type of documentation that you would expect from someone famous, such as a president, a writer, an actor, but he's none of those things. So who is Chris Chan, and why the obsession? Well, of all of his accomplishments, the most notable is Sonichu, a fanfiction character whose name and design acts as a decent representation of the Sonic fanfiction community. Sonichu was a cross between Sonic and Pikachu, and he is one of many characters conceived in the mind of Chris Chan. There's much more to this individual than Sonichu, and if you really want to know, I recommend watching Gino Samuel's documentaries. But be careful. You may find yourself developing an unexplainable fascination with the most documented person on the internet, as many others have themselves. Pilot Red Sun. With 314,000 subscribers, Michael Lippler, known as Pilot Red Sun on YouTube, is an animator and musician known for his strange yet intriguing work. Some of his most well-known videos are Garfield, Quaker Oats, Pringle Advert, and Felonious Bellis. I really don't know what genre his content falls into. Maybe cursed, but that's not really a genre. Most of his videos are less than a minute long, and they feature crudely animated scenes and characters. His best videos are ones with distorted takes on famous mascots, like the Pringles Man and the Nesquik Bunny.
Are you hungry? Why not have some Pringles? You think you have the audacity to buy another brand of chips? You will regret that purchase.
I'm the Nesquik Rabbit. I'm the chocolate milk bunny. I give chocolate milk to the kids. I deliver the goods. I deliver the goods. I deliver...
There's something strangely familiar about his videos, like this one. I just feel like I've watched this video somewhere else a long time ago. Alan Tutorial. When it comes to tutorials and how-to videos, by no means is YouTube in short supply. In fact, there are tutorials on just about everything, from cooking to building nukes. So when you begin watching Alan Tutorial, you'll end each video feeling a little more enlightened. You'll learn many useful skills, such as how to fill a tiny bin with dirt, how to take a bunch of pills, how to hide, and how to escape your captors. Wait, what was that last one? This obviously isn't a normal tutorial channel. It's the recorded mental deterioration of a man who's clearly not well. For every video that's posted, you can see Alan get worse and worse. His early videos are a little strange, but you can still grasp some of the contents.
Thanks for coming to my Bluetooth page. Today I'm gonna do a new tutorial how to pick up a chair if it falls down. If you have a blue chair that fell down, first thing you gotta do is you get down to the level of the chair and you touch it. If you can't get the chair to come up, you just leave it on the ground. Don't forget to like it.
He'll upload YouTube videos unrelated to their title. Do you want to know how to get coffee drips from a French press? Too bad.
Oh god, okay. This is a tutorial on if there's an emergency in your room and you're freaked out. First, you've got to find a stick and use it to whack at the freaked out, the thing that's giving you spooks. And use your hand to push yourself deep, to get yourself deep under a bed. Once you're under the bed, you can just use boxes or hide yourself. You call for help. And if nobody comes, you just wait it out. You maybe pull down the thing so it doesn't see you.
He gets locked out of his house, he wanders around the woods, and eventually he even gets kidnapped. And towards the end, he's imprisoned within a confined space where the remainder of his videos take place.
Hey YouTube news crew, guess what? This just in. Turns out, a local boy is a news addict. He's addicted to news, and he loves to do news stories.
It's there that he loses the remaining shreds of his sanity, as the actual videos themselves lack little to no context. Just terrifying scenes of a man alone in a dark room, mumbling to himself, covered in filth, trying to escape.
Hey, tutorial heads. Thanks for the tutorial page.
Hey Walter, meet my girlfriend. Here we have a guy recording a video for his friend Walter. This man by the name of Patrick tells Walter about the great day he's had because he met a girl at the mall. He goes on to talk about the time that they spent together. They went shopping, they looked at jewelry, nothing but good times. And then he mentions that they both got tired, so he took her back to his place.
And then we decided to go and take a look at some of the jewelry at K Jewelers, and she picked out this most awesome necklace, the most amazing necklace I've ever seen. And then we got kind of tired of the mall, and I brought her back to my place. And I know she hates cameras, Walter, but I'm gonna show you her anyways. You ready?
Yeah. This video went under the radar for a long time. It had been up for a couple of years, but it wasn't until another YouTuber shared it in a compilation of creepy videos that it finally blew up. Soon, the video was under investigation, as many believed it had ties to a kidnapping case. The girl in the video bared some resemblance to Kayla Berg, a girl who had gone missing. The video was reported to the FBI, and eventually YouTube deleted it for fear of it being real. Luckily, the video was confirmed to be fake. The original creator and the actors were contacted, and they had no links to the kidnapping case. Another example of edgy content gone wrong. Mariana Mordegard Glesgorf. Legend has it that there existed a 2-minute video titled Mariana Mordegard Glesgorf. This video, which had only been viewed by 153 people, was supposedly cursed. It is claimed to cause viewers to gouge their eyes out, mail them to YouTube headquarters, and then take their own lives. The most common cause of death involved the carving of strange symbols into one's forearm. YouTube removed the video, but legend has it that they would occasionally upload the first 20 seconds to prevent further questioning. Some say that the video was viewed by one of YouTube's employees, and he started screaming after the first 45 seconds until his coworker shielded him as well as themselves from the video. That's quite the story, but it is fake. The real video is up on YouTube. It's a little creepy, but I promise you, your eyes will remain intact should you choose to watch it. Temple OS. Terry Davis was a brilliant man, a true prodigy in the field of computer science. Unfortunately, he was held back due to mental circumstances. In 1996, Terry was declared schizophrenic after suffering a series of episodes. Following these events, Terry claimed he received a revelation from God. According to Terry, God had commanded him to build a temple, but not just any temple. A temple in the form of an operating system. Terry wasted no time developing what would become Temple OS.
Hi, I'm Terry Davis. I'm the smartest programmer that's ever lived. I was chosen by God to make his temple. I was given divine intellect.
In the operating system, there were biblical references that tied back to his original revelation. There was even a game that supposedly granted encrypted messages directly from God. But Terry's story didn't end there. He was known for saying controversial things online, but eventually he developed a large following on YouTube thanks to his operating system. Sadly, mental illness struck again when he refused to take his medication. He chose homelessness when his parents, who he was living with at the time, presented him with an ultimatum: meds or hospitalization. He continued to upload and live a nomadic lifestyle until that fateful day in 2018.
So, well, it's good to be king. Wait, maybe. I think maybe I'm just like a little bizarre little person who walks back and forth. Whatever, you know. But
Terry was walking along the railroad tracks when suddenly he was struck and killed by an oncoming train. To this day, he is regarded as a man whose mental health stunted what could have been so much more. Obey the Walrus. At first glance, this video will send chills down your spine. But at the end, you'll discover that this is another creation taken out of context. The story goes that the video was created by a Latin American cult known as La Morsa, which translates to the walrus. The video was supposedly cursed, and it will cause bad things to happen if you watch it. In reality, none of this is true, and neither is the cult's. The face featured in the video is Andros, the final boss in Super Nintendo's Star Fox. In the video, he sings the Itsy Bitsy Spider in Spanish. As for the woman, she was a drag queen who went by the name Johnny Baima before changing her name to Sandy Crisp. The footage of Crisp came from a documentary which documented Crisp's transition into a woman. Crisp battled with polio, which left her the way she appears in the video. Saudi Arabia witch encounter. I could not find an explanation for this one. Here's a video where we see a man encountering what looks like a witch, and what I assume, based on the title, is in the Saudi Arabian desert. Take a look. Honestly, I can't tell if it's real or not. Some speculate that it's staged, but if it is, that's some pretty good acting on the guy's part. Others think it's a prank. But who in their right mind would wait for someone to pull up at night in the middle of the desert? This is one of those videos where you just have to make up your own conclusions. Moving on. Justin Y. This is a more light-hearted entry amongst the darker ones. Who is Justin Y? Justin is a guy who managed to amass over 700,000 followers without having to post a single video. How? He did this by commenting on other YouTube videos. But these weren't sub-for-sub comments, or any other forms of self-promoting. These were regular comments. But that's not the interesting thing at all. The fact that Justin Y's comments are just about everywhere is what's interesting. The account's claim to fame is that many consider him to be omnipresent in YouTube's comment sections. Is Justin Y really everywhere? Is Justin Y even a person, or instead a comment bot? It turns out that Justin is a person. YouTuber Nexpo did a little investigation and discovered Justin's Reddit account. Turns out that Justin is just a guy with a large subscriber list who does this for fun. Sad Satan. What do you get when a video game goes from creepypasta to an actual cesspool of malware, crime, and more? You get Sad Satan. With over 86,000 subscribers, YouTuber Obscure Horror Corner was known for his horror Let's Plays. On June 25th, he posted his first video on Sad Satan, a game he claimed to have downloaded through the tip of a subscriber, claiming he discovered it on a deep web forum. Some of his fanbase showed some concern towards the game, taking its origins into consideration, but the owner of the channel reassured them that there was nothing illegal in the game. The game itself was a monochromatic maze game. As you play through the game, random images, sound bits of songs, and encrypted text would appear. Jamie, the owner of the channel, even mentioned that after he started playing, a random notepad file would appear on his desktop containing more random text. Every time he would delete the file, another one would appear with a different scramble of symbols. Did this game actually hold a more sinister secret? Sad Satan developed a large community on Reddit determined to decode what they believed were hidden messages in the game. It was during this search that the Reddit users eventually began to notice holes in Jamie's story. For starters, Jamie shared the link, which supposedly traced back to the original game download. This is the link that his subscribers sent him. The link itself led back to nothing, and on top of that, this was an onion link. If you don't know, an onion link is a special type of URL used for anonymous services on Tor browser, a portal to the deep web. The problem was that onion URLs only contained digits between 2 through 7. Jamie's link contained a 9. Additionally, there was no continuity to the random content contained in his Let's Plays. In the first couple videos, references to the JFK assassination are made, but then that's completely dropped, as in later videos, themes of child abuse appear and become more prevalent, almost as if they replaced a previous subplot that had been axed. Eventually, the game began to fade away, as many creepypastas do, until someone by the name of ZK shared the supposed true rendition of the game. To make things even more interesting, ZK was the forum user who Jamie's subscriber originally got the game through. ZK called out Jamie, claiming it was a coward for not showing the original game, which he then shared on 4chan. Reddit users scrambled quickly to play the game, and to their shock, actual images of gore and other illegal contents appeared right from the title screen. The game had now become something illegal. To make matters even worse, users began to complain that their PCs started to run slowly, some even stating that they wouldn't even turn on after running the game. Accusations quickly came out against Jamie, as many believed he was responsible. Many accused him of fabricating both the original and cloned copy of the game as a publicity stunt to boost his channel. Some even said that he was ZK all along. Other theories suggest that this gruesome cloned version of the game was created by Jamie to cover up the inconsistencies in his original story and videos. As of today, years later, the obscure horror corner has yet to post another video. Some say Jamie went into hiding in an effort to avoid further controversy around the game. Well, that's going to wrap it up for today's video. If you liked what you saw and you want a part 3, leave a like, subscribe, click the bell icon for more content like this. I hope you enjoyed. This has been Jonathan from Imagine This.